Okay, this lesson we're looking at inscribed angles. There's some information here to look at, but what I really want you to get out of this section is just what an inscribed angle is. You see, an inscribed angle is when we have an angle whose vertex is on the circle. Okay, that angle, angle D or angle BDC, is inscribed. Notice that we have an intercepted arc. This arc right here is intercepted by this angle. We have a central angle. Of course, the vertex is at the center. So that's the difference between the two. Inscribed, vertex is on the circle. The central angle, vertex is on the center. And both of those are intercepted arcs. So looking at some properties of inscribed angles, let's look down here. So we have some information. If we have two inscribed angles of a circle, intercept the same arc or congruent arcs, then the angles are congruent. So here we have an example where we have angle C which intercepts arc DA, and angle B which also intercepts the same arc. Therefore, the angles are congruent. Likewise, if I have two congruent angles intercepting the same arc, they're also congruent. So because of this theorem, I would say that angle C is congruent to angle B. Let's look at this and see how this applies to this example problem. I have to find the measure of angle R. Well, angle R is 12x minus 13, so I need to find the value of x. Well, this is angle R, and notice it intercepts arc TQ. Well, angle S also intercepts that same arc. Remember, if two angles of a circle intercept the same arc, then the two angles are congruent. So R and S are congruent, so we set 12x minus 13, we can set it equal to 9x plus 2 because those values are the same. Subtract 9x, add 13, 3x equals 15, and x equals 5. Now be careful because it wants the measure of angle R. So R is 12x, which 12 times x we found to be x to be 5, minus 13. 60 minus 13, angle R is 47 degrees. Okay, the second thing we're looking at is the inscribed angle theorem. If an angle is inscribed in a circle, which we have an example of that right here in this drawing to the right, then the measure of the angle equals 1/2 the measure of its intercepted arc. So angle 1 in this case is going to be half the measure of arc AB. It's going to be half the measure of arc AB. Okay? Again, an inscribed angle is half the measure of the arc it intercepts. So let's look at this example. We have find the measure of angle X. Here is angle X. Notice it intercepts this arc, which is 86. That means my angle is half of 86. 86 divided by 2 equals 43. That is the measure of angle X. Well, now it asks for the measure of arc YX. Here is arc YX. It is an intercepted arc, and it's intercepted by angle Z, which is 52 degrees. Well, remember, the angle is half of the arc, which means 52 times 2 will give me my arc, which is 104. So that arc is 104. Okay. And the last new point in this less. And actually, there are 2 more new points. The next point is this. An inscribed angle of a triangle intercepts a diameter or semicircle if and only if the angle is a right angle. So here we have it. We have angle G intercepting this diameter, this semicircle here. That means angle G is a right angle. Likewise, if I had a circle and said this is a right angle, well, we would say that, well, then this arc that it intercepts is a semicircle. It intercepts the diameter. So let's look at our example here. We have arc, find the measure of angle B, which is right here. Notice that angle C intercepts the diameter, which means it's a right angle. That means angle A and angle B have to add up to equal 180. So we can say x plus 4 plus 8x minus 4 equals 90. Combine like terms, solve for x. 9x equals 90, x equals 10. Be careful, they want the measure of angle B, so we're going to plug that back in to angle B, which is 8x, which x is 10, minus 4. 80 minus 4 is 76. That's the measure of angle B. Okay, the next notes here, we have if a quadrilateral is inscribed, then its opposite angles are supplementary. That means angle L, when added to angle N, the measures are going to add up to equal 180. Likewise, angle K and angle M are going to also add up to equal 180 degrees.